I got started doing this. My church asked me to go to Nicaragua on a mission trip. And I had no inkling to go on a mission trip ever. It wasn't on my radar. They said, why don't you pray about it? And I said, okay. And I still didn't really have a passion one way or the other to really go, other than just experience something different. And then when I went with my church, I had very, very mixed feelings, because the church that I was going to was very, the word is, almost run like a military. Everything was very, you had to do everything a certain way at a certain time. And I went down there to help do what I'm doing here, and I only got to do it for about 4 or 5 hours. And there was about 100 people waiting, and they sent away probably 60 of them.
Wow.
And I was very confused and mixed up about, I felt really good about the fact that I could help people out, and yet when I went with my church, it actually kind of made me mad, and so I was very confused and perplexed as to why did I even go. I'm probably never going to go again. And then I prayed about it, and basically God sort of told me just to shut up and get out of my own way, really. And I was being a baby about it. And so I did, and that even made me more confused. And then, out of the blue, a man comes into my office, and he happens to know this gentleman here, and we get to talking. And I said, I just went to Nicaragua. And he goes, oh, I'm a missionary in Nicaragua. And I said, are you? And he goes, yeah. And I said, I wanted to do eyeglasses, but it really left a bad taste in my mouth. And I don't really know what I want to do. And he goes, well, I know a guy that could probably help you out. His name's Moody. And I was like, okay. And then I find out, and I've been at my one office for 19 years now, and his wife is working across the street about 100 feet away. And so the big world became very small, the way God tends to do it.
He tends to do that.
Yes. So anyway, I talked to Norm, and I said, Norm, I have no idea how to do what I want to do. I don't even know to do what I want to do. I know I want to do something. And he was sort of the same way. He said, well, I know I could line people up, and I know there's a need there. So we're like, okay, let's figure this out. So I took a big box of lenses. It's called trial lenses. It's very, very hard to do, where you test people's eyes. It takes like about a half an hour to do like one person. It's very hard to do. And when we were done, I told him, I said, we need an auto refractor. And I said, I don't know how we're going to get an auto refractor because they're really, really expensive. And I said, I guess we'll just have to pray about getting auto refractor, and we'll have to take up a collection to get one. Well, while we were waiting at the airport to go online, to get onto the airline, there was a guy that had an auto refractor. And he goes, oh, did you guys just do vision clinics in Nicaragua? And I said, yeah. And he goes, so did I. And I said, yeah, well, I use this, and I have my little wooden box with my lenses. He goes, no, you need to use this. And it was this thing here. And he goes, when you get on the plane, I'll get you in touch with this other gentleman. So, long story short, I flew to Kentucky, where this other gentleman is, and I went through his training program, and now I rent his equipment, and we do our missions, and Norman lines everybody up in Nicaragua. He gets all the permitting done. We rent this equipment in advance, and then we go down there, and it's done. I mean, God likes things done well. We do things well. We've had the health department come just to check us out when we were down there, and they were, I would assume, so happy with what we were doing. They sent their friends in just to get eyeglasses, because they knew we were doing a really good job, and we're real thorough, and we care like crazy about what we're doing. And what we're doing is, it's like anything, and I know you know this, we all get 10 times more out of it than what we put into it each and every time. Going to Nicaragua or doing this isn't a burden in any stretch of the imagination. It's like, these people that we met are awesome people. They're awesome people. I mean, these are people that, I mean, I would, if I could, they could just come into my house. We could sit down and talk and have sandwiches, and they all make me laugh, and they all have great stories. And So this is a blessing for all of us, you know. So that's it. I mean, God's in control, and He makes it better and better. None of us have ever really sat down and planned this out. It just organically happened, and it happened in a really very real way. And she had the name picked out before they ever knew me, before it ever had anything to do with eyes, through eyes of children. It was already done. They were already doing their own completely different mission thing. And then me thinking I was Mr. Einstein, I said, whoa, did you guys know that your name, Through Eyes of Children, is exactly like what we're doing? You know, God already knew it way long ago, and I think Elaine had already figured that out probably way before I did. You know, and so it's just one of those things that just, it's as organic can be. So, and here we are.
Since we were already doing it in Nicaragua, you know, we thought, wow, why? You know, we know of these stand down. We know that people need eyeglasses, you know, so I inquired with one of the veterans, and I said, sure, we really need it. Of course, the first time we went and did it, we had lots of people. We saw the need, and so we were signed on. Now we do every stand down that is done in Brevard County. So, and it's a pleasure helping the veterans, you know. So.
Awesome.
And it just keeps expanding more and more, and we're not even doing it. It's just, we're just staying out of the way. That's all.